Alright, we're here at Rivian now for our delivery. Let's go check it out. How cool is this?
That's right.
Alright, we are on our way down from Chicago O'Hare to Normal, Illinois in the Rivian factory here in this Nissan Altima. And it's actually not bad. I mean, for all things considered, for a rental car and like for a car you kind of don't really ever think about other than being just sort of an appliance. Things missing are any sort of like adaptive or actual useful cruise control. It's just got like standard one from 30 years ago. But it does have. Oh yeah, sorry. It's also missing like any semblance of acceleration. But the good things in here are Apple CarPlay and both USB-C and USB-A plus a wireless phone charging pad all up here in the front, which are quite nice. I actually like all of the physical dials and stuff in here. The touch screen is also really nice. Seems pretty responsive. It's like big enough and useful. It's just been great, like being able to kind of get in here, plug in, and just immediately have maps and music and everything, which especially in a rental car is incredibly useful. So that's the quick review. First look at the quick hands-on with Nissan Altima. That's about all the time it probably deserves. And we are driving for 130 miles? 113? 113 more miles down to Normal, Illinois. And hopefully making up some time because, as always, we are running late. Holy cow, Will. In case it's not obvious, we are pulling up to Rivian. Look at how many Amazon EDVs there are.
This windshield is crap and the glare is crap.
At the next light, turn left.
Oh my god. That's incredible. Woo! Rivian Land! It's like Disney World, but for Rivians.
Alright, I'm turning it off.
Yeah. Alright, here we are at Rivian. They got the R1S here.
That's an R1T.
Sorry, R1T. Yeah, R1T. 1 second, that's horrible videography. They got like basically everything they make. There's the mobile service van up there, which is basically the same thing as the Amazon EDV. Here's the R1T here, perched up. And back there is the windmill, which actually is turning very slowly, and they use to power every vehicle for the very first time on sustainable renewable energy. All right, so we started off our delivery experience inside of the factory on a factory tour. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to take videos or even photos inside, I guess because of the proprietary stuff that they've got going on. But it was really amazing, just a massive facility. Everything was super clean and really well put together. Just impressive to see the scale that they're operating at. So this used to be a Mitsubishi factory. And in fact, like some of the roads and stuff are still called like Mitsubishi Highway and stuff. But Rivian bought this about a decade ago and has been producing there since. So I said part of the advantage of that was they got to keep some of the parts that Mitsubishi had there, I think including some of the parts that are used to produce these frames and like these large single cast kind of pieces. They've also got a tremendous amount of automation inside of the factory. All of these giant robotic arms that are used for welding, for putting adhesive down like you see here, for just moving pieces around. They actually said that in a lot of cases, they're not really doing welding, but actually just essentially like clamping and adhering, I guess, pieces together because it's actually stronger than welding. So we got to see some really cool machines that did that. There's one that looked like a super creepy kind of matrix robot with all of these like arms on it that are basically used to clamp the metal together to form the frames and everything. Didn't get to see like the battery construction parts, but mostly sort of frame production and then final assembly. And so they've got two main lines for everything. They have the R1 line for the R1Ss and R1Ts, and it's pretty cool. It's all just one line. So you'll see like a quad motor R1S go by, then a dual motor R1T, then a dual motor R1S, then a quad motor R1T, just all of the different configurations kind of coming one after the other. So they used to have to do them in batches, but they said that more recently they no longer need to do that and they can just roll out every configuration sort of as needed. So that line is the bulk of the factory. Basically, they're producing the entire frames all along one line. that moves pretty much down the length of the entire factory floor. And then at the end of it, the chassis gets picked up, turned around, kind of up in the air, and then goes back down the other way. And so then as it gets toward the end there, that's where they kind of finalize everything, do the testing and inspection, and it rolls off the line there. And then the third part, the last line, is all just the what was called EDV, electric delivery vehicle, and is now called, I think, RCV, Rivian something van, customer van. They said that that only takes half as much of the space to produce because it's a lot simpler. It's a fleet configuration rather than being a customer one. So there's less like intricate details and less kind of stuff on the inside, so they can just produce those all in like one single line. And that was just incredible to see. Like basically, it starts at one end of the building as just a bunch of pieces of metal, and then leaves the other side like just driving off under its own power. So I thought that was really cool. I think it's also just really amazing that since this is all electric, there's no gas and oil and stuff kind of around the factory, so it's just pristine and clean everywhere. The cars actually do have power in their batteries as they're going through production here, so you'll see some headlights and stuff on, and they actually drive off under their own power as they come off the line. So that was pretty cool to see as well. And then basically as it gets off of the line at the end, they'll do final inspections. They use a combination of like machines like dynamometers to measure the output and ensure everything's working that way, as well as like hands-on kind of manual inspection. And then they also do a bunch of automated inspection where they essentially put super bright lights on it, run a bunch of cameras and diagnostics on it to detect even like millimeter imperfections and differences to make sure that everything is meeting the quality standards. Yeah, so a big chunk of the production here, at least on the R1 line, is all of this like frame and chassis assembly. So you can see here a bunch of like welding that's going on from the robotics here. And one of the big things that they kind of kept mentioning is that even though they have all of these robotics here, it's not taking away the human element in all of this. Basically, they still need people here to supervise it. You'll see like when the employees were on break, which we were there like over their lunch break, they have to stop all of this stuff. It's not 100% fully automated. They actually need people there to make sure everything is operating correctly and kind of to work in harmony with the robotics here, which I think is cool. They are absolutely like the biggest employer of people in this small town of Normal, Illinois. And so it's a massive thing that this factory is there for them, and they want to make sure that they have enough people working there and that everybody's happy. Really they're using the robotics to like help with things to minimize repetitive tasks that people maybe aren't as good at or would be more dangerous, and really just kind of being there to help people in the actual production here. So really cool combination of like advanced technology and good old-fashioned hands-on engineering. I also just really like seeing like all of the Rivians kind of coming through the line here in all of the different colors. It's really neat to see all of the different options that you have. Unfortunately, not making this yellow anymore because it wasn't popular, but we got to see one of the very last ones that was ever produced sitting on the lot there. All right, and then after touring the factory, we were taken back behind the factory to the delivery spot where we got to meet our forest green with forest edge interior, quad motor, 21-inch road wheel, I think that's all the configuration options, R1S, finally, after almost 2 years of waiting. And it absolutely lived up to and exceeded all of the expectations. It is absolutely gorgeous and was so cool to see under the lights in the delivery here. We also got to see this skateboard platform that underpins the entire R1 line, and had an absolutely great delivery experience, super hands-on, and got to learn all of the features and great benefits of the car before driving out. All right, here we are. Here's our R1S and getting ready to drive off the lot out of the old Mitsubishi oil changing facility. Oh, we didn't find where the oil change pit is though.
Oh, is it? It's probably in here.
Oh, yeah. You're a smart cookie. Here is the battery and motor platform for all of the R1s. All the orange is the high voltage power stuff. And then here is it just shows you like what a skateboard platform all of these EVs are, which is why you can adapt them to so many different usages. All right, delivery and the tour are complete. Unfortunately, couldn't video inside the factory, but it was just super cool. I mean, you can see all of the amazing things getting put together. So much of it is heavily automated, but you know they still need people and for kind of supervising everything and a lot of like the finer work. So they're employing a ton of people here and just you know showed a lot about what they're kind of doing to keep employee morale high and you know make sure that they're not having a lot of turnover and stuff. So it seemed really cool, and like everybody here was just super happy and excited to be working here. So that was awesome. It was definitely the coolest factory I've ever seen. They've got, you know, the Amazon vans going next to R1Ts and R1Ss. They're putting together the chassis, even doing like battery assembly and stuff there, painting, everything. So really amazing to see, and you know, sounds like they'll be taking a lot of the learnings from here, and it'll be even bigger and better in Georgia too once they open that up for the R2. So hopefully we'll get a chance to maybe see that one day as well. But yeah, for now, picked up our R1S, and we just need to go drop off the rental car, and then we will start our road trip back and get more into it. All right, and here's our beauty here right in front of the factory. Can't see the windmill here, but you can see some of the other ones in the distance. So they said, you know, they're kind of still working on it, which is why it's still turning so slowly today. But we are topped up to 83%, all off of solar power, apparently, is what they're using right now. It's really cool, like the station that they've got there for charging up all the vehicles is just absolutely massive. And they even have like a electric bus that they use to move the employees around and everything, and a big charging for that too. And then they've got all of these level 2 chargers over here for employees. And here's our 1T. And one of the coolest things is that not only have they already put 10,000 of these Amazon EDVs on the road and out delivering packages to people, they've got another 10,000 coming. They're going all the way up to 100,000. But they also just ended exclusivity and are going to be launching these now with a variety of other partners too. And hot off the presses, they just announced that they're going to be partnering with AT&T for some of their mobile service vans as well. You can check out the pictures and stuff of that. They look super cool. But I really can't wait to see how Rivian's able to adopt this awesome design to a huge number of different fleet service providers, from telecommunications to utility providers to maybe even like Geek Squad and tech support kind of stuff. I think we're just going to see a ton of these out there in different liveries driving around on the road, which is great. The more fossil fuel powered vans we get off the road and the more electric ones, absolutely the better. So great to see Rivian delivering just so many of these. So here you can just get an idea of the massive size of this, and then at the end there they've even got that tent for finalizing the deliveries. But massive facility here, just really cool. And this is the smallest they're going to be. The Georgia plant is going to be far bigger. So it was amazing to get to see the entire factory and have such a great personalized delivery experience. So I want to give a huge shout out to all of the great people at Rivian, especially our guide team of Jackie and Kendrick, as well as all of the fantastic employees like Ben, who took us on our tour. We had an Ed who did our delivery. We had an absolutely amazing experience, and I definitely recommend this for anyone who's picking up the Rivian. If you can get out to the factory, do the tour, and get your delivery this way, it's going to make the experience even better on an already amazing, awesome car. So yeah, I'm super excited to see how Rivian continues to ramp up production here, and it'll be even cooler to see them rolling out the R2s in Georgia in the next couple of years. So stay tuned. We're going to have so much Rivian coverage here, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be picking up an R2 in Georgia. You don't want to miss any of that, so make sure you are subscribed. With that, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little taste of the tour here and our delivery experience. Let me know what questions you have and if you're anxiously awaiting a Rivian as well. With that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there on the road.